welcome back to WillPowered Garage. If you followed the channel, you knew that we took this car on 6 Summer. I think for its first time out, we did pretty good. Ken and I both had an excellent adventure, as he would put it. We made a lot of passes. We learned a lot from the car and, you know, things that need to be changed. And we're coming up now dangerously close to Drag Week, which is in September. It's now August 14th. Basically a month to get this car ready. I've enlisted the help of my wife behind the camera here. She's gonna help me so we can, I figured this way it'd be a little easier to show you guys some of the things that I need to change and want to upgrade, so it's not so dry with just like, here's what I got, and then watch me put it on a car. I took out my rear shocks because I had 150-pound springs in the back. The way they're mounted on the rear axle, they're forward of the rear axle, so the axle itself acts like a lever. The math I did on it, it's showing that I should have about a 200-pound spring. So that's what I got. I got 200-pound springs, so hopefully that works out a little better. I'm gonna have to set the ride height again and move these lower mounts so that the ride height is correct and I get the right travel out of the shock with the new springs. And, oh. Never. You know what this is right there? That's an extra hole. If you look at this one, the bolt's in that hole. Oh. Which is kind of funny because one of the days I was looking at the footage and I saw the car actually was launching funny. So what I did to compensate for it was I turned the preload up on the sway bar, but I never realized that the shocks were different. So I technically had different ride heights on both sides.
During the race?
During the race, yeah.
Oh no.
Well, either way, I have new shocks, and I was going to have to move those positions anyway, so we're going to go from there. But let me drop the car down. Let me show you some of the changes I've done already. We'll get into changing up some of these things I have now. Dropping this. This is so cool.
Yeah.
If any of you guys seen under the hood on any of the Freedom Plus shoots or even in my videos, this was completely different. One of the big issues I had on the way to 6 Summer was when the car was in traffic, I couldn't get enough airflow through the radiator to keep the engine cool. The crossover pipe from this header to the turbo literally ran right in front of the radiator fans. The intercooler pipe also was coming down much lower, which blocked the flow as well. Turns out the fans that I had on there were only good for about 2,000 CFM. Definitely not enough for this car. So I have a pair of Proform brushless fans now that push 4,200 CFM of air. I moved the exhaust pipe, so now I have more room there. I replumbed the intercooler pipe so it comes up nice and high. And now I can sit in traffic with the air conditioning on and the temperature stays perfectly at 190 degrees.
So no getting stuck in the Bronx this time.
I certainly hope not. That was a combination of overheating and a bad crank sensor, but you know, just the under hood temperatures with this were just unreal. Now when the fans come on, I can actually feel the heat coming out of the cowl, so this should help out quite a bit. That's about all I changed here. I still want to relocate my ignition coils. I have a new set of plug wires because if you look here, some of the boots are actually burning up from the heat from the header, and I've already fried a couple of plug wires, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to run the ignition wires back and under the engine since the headers come up anyway, and that should take care of a lot of those issues. I did 6 Summer with my father-in-law. I'm doing Drag Week with my mom. I think they're probably in about the same category of handiness, right? Your dad,
sure,
maybe a little bit more than my mom.
They can both take direction.
They can take directions. I don't want to talk bad about anybody. Like, they can both hold a flashlight. You know, we'll be good.
No, they could take direction. You need something,
But
they'll figure it out.
I think your dad handled being broken down on the Cross Bronx a lot better than my mom would have. So yeah. I don't want to get stuck with my mom there. All right, so today, I think what we'll do is we'll get these new springs and my old shocks into place. These are now 200-pound springs, and hopefully this will hold the weight of the car properly, get the right shock travel. I'll probably have to do some suspension tuning still. I'm still going to run the radial in the rear. Hopefully I get enough stored energy from this so I can actually get the separation of the axle from the car. We'll find out, but the idea is the coil spring will support more. I'll have more shock travel because of it. And putting these things in is pretty simple. There's a top bolt there and a bottom bolt in the bottom. This here is the very, very important part of the puzzle.
Is that getting rid of the two-step?
It's not getting rid of the two-step,
Oh.
but this will become part of the two-step.
A two-step was your nemesis
The
at
two-step
Six
was
Summer.
my nemesis, guys. In a pinch, I wired the two-step up to the line lock button on the shifter, and because of it, every time I went to shift, a lot of times I would grab that button again, which obviously, if you know anything about two-step, it would hold my RPM limited to whatever I had the two-step set to. So that killed my 60-foot times, and obviously killed my quarter-mile times. I should have wired it up to the clutch switch, but unfortunately on this car, it runs battery power for the starter through the clutch switch. Can't run that to the Holly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this relay in place of those high voltage wires. With it set up that way, I'll also be able to tie the Holly ground to the neutral safety switch as well. So when the clutch is depressed, it'll send the signal to the Holly, foot to the floor, I'll be able to activate the two-step. I already have the two-step separated on a switch on my dashboard so I can activate and deactivate it when I don't need it, obviously with street driving. But this was the key to the puzzle, so I can utilize that neutral safety switch and hopefully get much better launches.
I have a question for you. You can leave it in or not. What do you think your subscribers think about your beard?
That's true.
It's gone.
It is gone.
The big beard's gone.
The big beard
I
is
wonder
gone.
if your subscribers will miss it.
I don't know, guys. Comment below. Let me know. Should I have kept the beard or should I stay with what I have now? Long story short, everyone made fun of me. At least all my family members made fun of me. I shaved it, and then they told me I shouldn't have. So let me know, guys. Maybe I'll grow the beard back. All right, that's enough talking for today. I need to get some work done. Let's start with the shocks because they're the easiest to put in. Is that my helper? Is my helper in here? Are you helping?
Spider-Man. Well, that's why I asked, like, how long this is, because, like, is that it? I'm just, like, standing here recording you for an hour?
No.
Oh.
Alright, so since this one mount was wrong, I figured I should probably move it before I try to put the shock into place. But Dad and I kind of messed this bolt up like the first day trying to get things to work. I'm gonna put this shock in there now.
You said something exciting was happening, and you said that so, like,
No. I mean, it's gonna be a shocking surprise how boring this really is.
Oh.
Now the real fun is I'm going to try to get this in with these little tiny washers, balancing it off my nose. And without dropping everything all in this. Okay? That's part of it. This washer goes here. Oh yeah, did you see that? I'm what they call a professional. The fun part is I gotta get this into that little hole up there that I can only tighten from up top. See? Easy as pie.
It's only half done.
You're right. Alright, now how do we... Let's get creative, huh?
Now I'm just in here. Just in here.
Yeah. I got it! Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Something very dangerous, okay?
Oh, I don't want to be involved. I have 3 kids.
Alright, I'll stand under the car. I'm gonna put this little rag on here like it's gonna do something to protect the paint. You know, it's kind of like, makes me feel better. I got my safety shoes on. So
I can't show the feet too long. People got to pay for that.
that's true. I'm going to lower the car down, which in turn is going to keep the axle here. Okay, with this here piece of metal. Going to keep it. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Sounds dangerous.
Dangerous, my middle name. And that way I'll be able to put this into that hole.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Here's the dangerous part. I'm gonna need you to get it into that hole for me.
I was just gonna say I'll be standing in the corner over here.
No. The short and the long and the long and the short is I gotta get that stud into that hole. And I can't
That's
see
what she
it from
said.
over here. There we go. Watch the hole.
Well, but also not get killed by this when it shoots out from.
Not gonna shoot out.
I'm very uncomfortable with this.
Alright, how we looking?
It's, not in the hole.
Not in the hole, right?
It's not.
This one went limp. I need you to kind of like hold that.
Ugh, but honey, what if this kicks out and
not gonna kick
murders me? I don't want to die today.
Yeah, but did you die?
I might. Time will tell.
Alright, we're gonna like shove some stuff in here. What's this? No. That don't do nothing.
Doing something with a scrub brush.
Trying to make sure you don't die.
Listen,
Your
give
word.
me a death percentage. Or like horrible pain percentage.
Ooh, horrible pain. Ooh, that's like a gazillion.
No, like what's the percentage that happens to me right now?
Nothing. You're gonna be just fine, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I mean there's enough trash laying around here. You got something for everything.
Hey, you got something to say about my mess?
Yes.
What is it?
It's awful. But at least you have all this trash laying around to build your race car.
That's true. Alright, watch that. Watch that, okay?
Yeah.
Let me know when they get into the hole, okay?
Okay. This one floppy donged.
The floppy dong.
Yeah.
Technical term?
Yeah.
Alright. I need my height modifier.
Is it another piece of trash?
No, it's a ladder. Trash? I'm like the Forky of garages.
Yeah.
Hope the nuts are up there. Oh, this height modifier isn't tiny enough.
Donk.
I'll be right back. This should have been in the Olympics.
Oh, I could see up your shorts.
Why are you looking? Alright, I'm in.
Just getting the money shot.
If you like the way I screw my nuts on, call 1-800.
I don't think that's your audience.
Alright, so theoretically that's in now. I should be able to put the car up. I'm just tightening up the spring just a little bit here. Obviously I'm going to have to adjust them once the weight of the car is on. But my problem is with a two-post lift, it's hard for me to put road weight on the car, or at least on the tires. So I gotta get creative and usually put like some kind of blocks under the wheel so I can get under it to see where it needs to go, or measure my ride height from the wheel and the wheel arch, and then climb under again and adjust everything.
So remember to like and subscribe so he can buy a new garage one day.
Yeah. Don't forget about those, what do they call those? Super thanks?
Mm.
You know, if you like what I'm doing, you want to throw me some beer money, you can do it that way.
I thought it was new garage money.
Oh, right, new garage money. Let's let it down. Let's see how bad the ride height is. That's a lot of spring now. Shocks are in. Got the top mounts tightened. I just bounced them quick, and I wanted to check to see what the compression was. I had the compression set here at 4 clicks. It felt a little tight. That might be fine. I do have to adjust the springs. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I set the ride height. I'm going to set the spring where it needs to be. Hopefully I don't have to make many adjustments, at least just to get it baseline. The local track we have here Opening day is actually tomorrow, so I'm trying to get a lot of this stuff set up so I can do some testing there before. I think what I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to set these shocks up. I guess in the next video what we'll do is we'll pick up on the fuel pump, we'll get that mounted, we'll get the shut-off valves, and maybe start running the new lines. But I want to remind you guys, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know how you like this new format, if I should grow my beard back out, if my wife should still be my cameraman or not. Camera woman.
Camera woman, thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.